I really don't remember a time that I didn't feel like I wasn't good enough. Even in kindergarten, I was always striving to get that gold star and to be the best kid in class. I grew up as an only child, so the only person that I had to compare myself to was me. And that began the constant struggle to be good enough, and I never won. I grew up in a house where my dad wanted the outside world to perceive our family as being perfect. While he was striving for that perfection came a lot of abuse. And with that abuse, I felt even more like I wasn't good enough. I wasn't good enough for my dad, and I wasn't good enough for myself. After many years, my mom finally made the decision to take us out of that situation, and she finally filed for divorce. For a couple years after the divorce, a lot of the old emotions that I felt when I was younger started to resurface. I started to feel even more like I wasn't good enough and even more like I wasn't accepted. I started to think back to when I was younger and I got a lot of praise for being the skinny girl. And it finally clicked in my head that that's what I had to do to be good enough. That that's what makes any girl good enough, is to be thin. That's when the process started of me starving myself. It started off slow at first, just like a normal diet, and that's what I told myself over and over again to make it okay. And I started to see results, and so did everybody else. Girls at school told me that they were so jealous that I was so thin, and in my head the entire time all I was thinking was, if you only knew. I was skipping school and I was at home, self-medicating, so that I could sleep all day long because the hunger was just so terrible. Finally, after years of hurting my body so badly, I collapsed and I had a seizure. By then, my secret was out and it was no longer hidden that I had an eating disorder. After I had my seizure, I finally started treatment. It was one of the scariest things that I've ever done. For so long, my eating disorder was the crutch in my life. It helped to ease my anxiety and my depression and all of the other emotions that I had suppressed for so long. I had an amazing treatment team behind me that helped me deal with all of those things. I met so many amazing women that had dealt with a lot of the same issues that I had, and I finally felt like I wasn't alone anymore. With everything that I've been through, I'm really passionate about bringing awareness and helping others with eating disorders. So I was really excited when I found out that 7 was going to help shed light on this disease that not very many people know about. I'm also really happy that there's organizations like Mercy Ministries that help girls to get treatment who otherwise wouldn't be able to afford it. And they finally get a second chance at life like I did.